Good evening. Today, I'm going to tell you why you should hack your 3DS in
insert year here.
And there's plenty of reasons. You can pirate video games.
I already own all the games.
You can play emulators and ROMs.
If I'm going to play an emulator, I already have a computer that can run emulators and ROMs.
And you can even kiss this green, beautiful bastard.
What the fuck? Every year, like, fucking 15 new why you should hack your 3DS videos comes out. Like, what the fuck? There shouldn't be this many. For a console, everyone's already hacked in, like, fucking 2019. And if you don't have a hacked 3DS, genuinely, what the fuck are you doing with your life? But still, there really is no reason to hack one anymore, unless you want to play this really fucked up new Super Mario Brothers that you got off of Twitter. Like, this thing's really fucking funny. I can clearly fucking see what I'm doing. But still, there is no reason to hack a 3DS. If that's for emulation, if that's just for pirating 3DS or DS games, fuck, the computer that you're looking up how to do this shit on can most likely play DS and 3DS games. Just get a fucking DS or 3DS emulator and just fucking play them. Of course, it feels a little weird to play like DS and 3DS games on a computer, so that I can see that as a legitimate reason. It's a lot more comfortable, but let's be fucking for real. There is no reason. And the only reason you probably never hacked your 3DS is because you're like 2 years old and you got a 3DS for your Christmas because you didn't know a Switch existed. And your family's too poor to get a Switch. But, like, if you're going to get a 3DS now, fucking why? There is no reason to buy one now. Like, you can import one from Japan. It's still expensive as fuck. When you can literally pick up a PSP for, like, $60, hack that, and actually get more fucking options with that. If you're going to buy a console to hack, get the fucking PSP. Or, fuck, even a Switch. Like a Switch Lite or something. But if you just want, like, a cheap little emulation machine, get the PSP. The PSP is your best fucking bet. The thing has way more opportunities for games. Like, you get an entire native PS1 support, which means Gex 3 on the go, baby. Fuck you, Tale of Two Kitties, the best 2D platformer on the DS. And you also get the SpongeBob movie on the PSP. It has come to my attention the 3DS can also play the SpongeBob movie. But can the 3DS do this?
Silas.
What?
You were talking about the 3DS and PSP?
Oh, bitch, you killed me. The 3DS is like gay. The PSP is for people like me. Yeah. I have been jailed for committing 15 acts of homicide. And to prove that I'm cool, yeah, baby, I'm sick. And the PSP is cooler, not only because it can play Mappy, but it can play. Fuck. A really cool guy. You may know him. His name is Mario. You know, a disc guy. This is Mario. Now you 2000 motherfuckers who are really obsessed with fucking Club Penguin probably don't know who this guy is. But he's like an icon in the gaming space. Yeah, I tested both systems with emulation of Mario and Sonic, and honestly, I prefer the PSP, but that's only because that's because I didn't use an actual emulator for the 3DS. I used the native emulator that you could get from the eShop, and oh my fucking god, Mario Brothers controlled like ass. Because it still used B and A. Which means you can't just use fucking... I think it's Y and B like a normal fucking system. No, you have to use B and A. Which means you have to hold your thumb like this, which isn't exactly the most comfortable. This is the most comfortable. So what the fuck were they thinking by doing that shit? While on the PSP, since there is no normal NES emulator, you could just use fucking Square and X like a normal fucking person. Why in the fuck did they think using the A button is normal? Use the fucking B button. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? Why? Why the fuck did they do that? Now, of course, Sonic was better. That's because there's only a goddamn jump button in Sonic. So, it wasn't really that difficult. And when it comes to Sonic, I still like the PSP. Ignore the fact that Sonic ran slower on the PSP. That's because I was using a European ROM instead of a normal fucking American ROM. But still, the PSP just honestly has a better D-pad. Now, when it comes to 3D stuff, it's not that good. I struggled a lot with Gex 3 because he would stop and then start running, because the PSP does not do diagonals very good. And to be fair, the entire line of PlayStation doesn't really do diagonals very well on D-pads. While on 3DS, it was a lot better. Now, I don't have any 3D games to test it with, but the D-pad was definitely, could do diagonals. It was very comfortable. But still, another issue that I had with the 3DS was it broke. It is a fucking, oh my god. A hacked 3DS breaks so fucking easy. It's not even funny. Sometimes you can forget to enable plugins. Sometimes the fucking thing will just crash and then never boot up again. What the fuck? Like when I was getting the footage for Mario, when I went to go switch over to Sonic, it said the card was ejected. I never touched the fucking card, and it shut off the system. The thing never rebooted. I had to force stop it, try again, nothing happened. It got to the point where I had to take out the SD card just so I can at least get to the fucking home menu. And then it proceeded to never load the home menu of the hacked 3DS. What the fuck? All this just to play a little bit of goddamn Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, on PSP, I never fucking had an issue like that. Like, if something goes wrong, it usually fucking tells you by rebooting the goddamn system, but still, it usually tells you when there's an issue. The 3DS will just, oh, you ejected the card even though you didn't fucking touch it. Oh, my battery's a little low. I just feel like I don't want to fucking boot anymore. Sorry. Well, over here on this side, this thing was dead. This thing has been dead for like a month, and I just plugged it in and grabbed fucking footage. While the 3DS over here, that motherfucker can't even be read without crashing. Genuinely, one of the most annoying fucking systems when it comes to hacking. And is it really worth it? Is it worth it to hack one just for fucking Hey Pikmin? I didn't think so. So yeah, overall, who do I think won the hack awards? Which one is better to hack? It's the PSP. By a long shot. While the 3DS, you have to install Homebrew, or use the Homebrew browser, aka install Homebrew, the PSP, you can just drag and drop that bitch. Yeah, the 3DS has extra fucking steps just to play Doki Doki Literature Club. That's annoying. While the PSP, I can boot that bitch up and play some fucking Jazzball, baby. Hell yeah. Jazzball. I fucking hate Jazzball. What the hell am I doing with my life? So yeah, overall, the only reason I would hack a 3DS in today's times is if I have a giant collection of DS and 3DS ROMs that I really want to play. But if you're just going to, like, use it after a few years, there is really no reason to go back to it. Especially since, you know, you have better options. You have, Switch hacking has gotten pretty far. So, like, pretty far. Like, it's to the point that we now know how to output the Switch Lite to a TV. That shit's not even built in. You have to solder shit to do that. But we figured that shit out. But the PSP will always be, like, one of the better choices, especially since it's a cheaper console and it's not really in high demand. Like, the most expensive shit I've seen for the PSP is the fucking SpongeBob movie and Family Guy Volume 1. But here's something about those. They've been uploaded. You can just download the ROMs and put them on your PSP. While the 3DS, you have to go out of your way to watch fucking videos on it. And if you have an older model, you're really fucking limited on what you can do. Again, Mario 64 has fucking issues running on it. And of course there's the fact that you don't get native Super Nintendo support either. Because for some fucking reason, Nintendo just didn't feel like it, even though it's the goddamn Super Nintendo. The fucking DS can run Sega Genesis games. How the fuck can the 3DS not run Super Nintendo games? Fuck, the DS can run Game Boy Advance games. What the fuck? Why do I need to hack my 3DS just to play fucking Super Nintendo games on the go? And if I'm at that point, why don't I just use the fucking PSP? And of course, there's also the thing, if you're going to use it at home, motherfucker, just get RetroArch on PC. Or, I don't fucking know, hack a Wii. Like, if you hack a Wii, you get access to GameCube shit like that. Like, holy fuck. So honestly, my preferred console to play around with when it comes to homebrew is the PSP. I think it'll always be the better option. And if I ever get a PS Vita, that might be next. But still, the 3DS, you know, it still has some pros. But if you have something like this, like an actual normal fucking console, then use that. Don't try and, you know, put like 100 fucking Super Nintendo ROMs on a 3DS, even though there's going to be a day where you just throw that bitch in a closet and forget about it. And fuck, my motivation for this video was because I completely forgot that I even had a 3DS until I saw a video on why you should hack one. So yeah. What the fuck? No, get off me. I'm playing Gex 3 right now.
I wish you would appreciate me.
I do appreciate you. It's just, I'm playing Gex 3 and I have my priorities in check.